I'm gonna take a guess and say that they are on the completely wrong game.
Oh, what are they playing?
Oh, that's my guess.
Oh.
Do what? Not the best category.
I'm gonna see if I can make Caster Labs give me wait. Okay, never mind. I'm gonna see if I can make it show alerts or like because Mochi has been saying things for her stream thing. Oh, there's an activity feed. Do I want the activity feed? Viewers list. I don't think I want a viewers list. I don't think I would like to keep that private. I don't think I want to like know people's names if they're coming. That would be a little bit strange.
The person streaming Duet Night Abyss is just sitting on the update needs a restart screen.
Oh, interesting. Okay. How do I?
So they're farming viewers because they've just been sitting there.
And let's do
For 5 hours.
Let's do alert. There we go. I want it.
Also, D. Rebecca be unironically playing Deadlock in her free time.
Already, she is.
Not right now, but she's been playing it. Ah, fuck, I forgot that I had streamed today. Shit. Whatever.
Alright, let me turn on the music for now.
Oh, yep.
Lost in throes of a life I hardly know. So don't make it worse. I can't afford the hurt. Hold my hand as veins.
Why do I have 2 flats?
So witness, take the stand. Heavy hearts won't grieve. That soon I'll be that body in the bag. A sharp inhale climbing up the walls of the room. Beneath tongue washed down, ceramic dripping maroon. Leaving numbers, catch up tones to wake up at noon. Still saying hope to see you soon. A bitter process to step back, the mess still alight. Drawing hearts on mirrors so reflection won't bite. Idle thumbs love taking up the rest of your time. So kick back as ash turns to white. So is it raining where you are?
And only has like 4 charges.
I won't dream, but it feels bizarre.
Kinda just do like 2 or 3 headshots and call it a day. Or does it, for some reason, need like more headshots than their hard charges. And those hostile.
It's already got 2 views. Apparently, people showed up. Interesting. Then again, I don't know if it's good here.
One of those could be me, and I'm not still in there. Yeah, your stream was just sitting on that screen for me. So.
Yeah, that's what I do. I bust out
the
music.
Is that?
Yes, I do that.
Oh, okay, so it wasn't me, it was just me being stupid, okay.
Yeah.
Souls of earth gather at the grave.
My stream started off on a black screen. And then I switched to stream starting soon, which is gonna play what is essentially safe music. I was gonna do an Abyss song, but apparently a Do It An Abyss song that they don't allow that apparently. Which is not all the songs, it's just the stuff that comes that's like it's not all the songs. You can do Innocence Unbound. But I don't want to do on the Innocence Unbound.
Stinky. Whatever fucking record label Warframe's using.
Actually, I think it was a YouTuber. But the thing is, that person was not just a YouTuber, but they were the creator of the song. But the thing is, it's weird because I went to their channel to check on them. They didn't have the song on their YouTube, and it wasn't a record label. It was actually just straight up like her, which I think she is the singer of that song. I think. But
okay, you're still talking about the what?
Yeah, Do It An Abyss,
yeah. Yeah, no, I was ringing on Warframe.
Oh yeah, Warframe. I can't do Warframe music because the record label is being stupid.
Yeah, which is dumb.
I wanted to do your Ruddy's theme song actually. Because at the end of the day, I still like Urale. I like Urale a lot, so I don't want to like, it's like, I get mad at the game a lot, right? But I'm still like a huge fan, right? Also, Data Kiss. There I go, right there. I kiss you on the lips this time instead of like on your forehead or some shit, or the nose. I usually kiss the nose. But yes, I am going to go and turn on Warframe. And this time I'm not going to forget to, I'm not going to forget to bring out my controller. There we go.
Like you know what I'm going to do? I'm whipping out the Kuva Brahma.
Oh yeah, also that not hashtag, I didn't make a hashtag, but that thing that I decided to put on the beginning, on the title, is something that I think is interesting. So I'll probably get into it. So the Ink House has this interesting thing where it's considered like super meta, but one thing is the reason why it's meta is because of the setups that people have, right? But here's the thing. The setups have this wild thing where imagine using that setup on something else. That's like a kind of a bit of my hot take at this moment is because I've tested both this and the Ink House and the Tenet Quanta. I truly believe, from my tests at least,
inspiration,
that the Tenet Quanta just is so much more better, right?
Inspirational to me.
It's like, but the Warframe is meant to use a entire kit. Yeah, it is meant to be using the entire kit. However, my argument is this. Imagine using the Tenet Quanta with the same setup that you have with the Ink House. So I've heard that argument before. But my argument has never been like, oh, is it like good? It's like, it is good, right? The Tenet Quanta is just better. Because if you put it with the same exact like setup, the Ink House just kind of falls short by a lot, actually. There's a lot of people using Blast and Corrosive. I want to show it because I know
You
I
are a
usually
true
start off
hunter.
with a rant of some
Where
sort.
would
This
the
is today's
sanctuary
rant.
be without you?
This is today's rant. Sorry about this,
Just
but yeah.
jugular spines on
Yeah.
that epitaph.
Mm,
Huh.
this is today's rant. I actually did tested the shit out of this. Here's the. So here, I'm gonna show the ink out first, right? Ink out, there it is. Ink out. It's not maxed out. However, I have the mods set up. So the mods are. You got saved. Oh fuck. I forgot to blow up the cars. Anyway. Alright, back to what I was doing.
I am sliding into
And this is a fantastic look into like the whole like situation. You gotta wrap it up, right? You gotta wrap it up. You gotta wrap it up, and then the wrap up is important. Yes, the wrap up is very important. Yes. Here is it fully ramped up. Right. Cool. That's the ink house fully ramped up, right? Now let's move down. Let's move to the other one, the tenant Quanta. Right? And I'll show you the build after because they actually have the same build, which is. Oh, cool.
Holy shit.
Yeah, and that's it unramped, by the way. It's not even ramped up. This is it ramped up.
The fuck?
Yeah, and both weapons have the same exact build, by the way, because I did the math and crunched the numbers. It's best to go with hybrid for both. But let me show you this. This is the build. This is a completely, like, mid-maxed, designed for every situation build. Right?
Let me pull up your stream on my
And,
iPad. Let me see this build.
This build is specifically designed to be going, like, into all content. And also be used with, like, with stuff, right? So you got Galvanized Aptitude, Galvanized Chamber, Galvanized Scope, Prime Cryo rounds, Thermite rounds, Vital Sense, Rifle Elementalist, and Serration. We don't have this thing because I couldn't afford it, but legitimately this is like the build, and I can also prove that's the same build here. I did the math and I found out that it is better to go with hybrid, even though the crit isn't all that high for this one.
Yeah.
But like this is like as mid-maxed and as like not perfected, but I think that's probably the word for it though. Is like as like mid-maxed and perfected as I can make it. And it's a blast setup, yeah. Which blast setup, like you can also say, oh, what about going with like heat and viral, right? My thing with that is, in most cases, when you're going with heat and viral, and you're gonna go actually going straight up into that one, you could, and if you were to go into like the actual like thing of like, oh, I'm gonna use like a Warframe to make it much better. Like if you were to make a Warframe, give it viral with Nourish, still the Tenant Quanta would be better. Especially since, like, with that argument, you technically could say that you could literally do this. The Durgia. Durgia with viral, right? Yeah, Durgia. And Durgia can literally do the job for you. And essentially, yeah, you could just say, go with Heat and Viral and, like, Durgia. But, like, I'm not even gonna ramp it up. But I showed you that it actually did really well without ramping up. So we're gonna show you the Tenet Quanta without ramping up like I did with Inkhouse. Alright. Oh, sorry, wrong thing. Yeah, it's still like way better. I accidentally hit them with this, so I think it might have been a little bit skewed, but not. Actually, I want to show you the build on this. Sorry about that. It is one status, but this is the build on this. It's an extra status, which might have made a small difference, but it's only got 2 mods on it because I wanted to use this for grouping.
Can't really change it either.
It's not changing much. And I also have my buffs gone now, so I can try again. Yeah, without ramp up and with Dirgia, the Quanta is still like much better. I will die on this hill with Quanta in hand. I even commented on Sabushi's latest video. Not the one about Do It Night Abyss. I actually decided not to watch that one and actually said I don't want to watch this just so I don't get more of it. But
you think I can do the test run with my brama?
and the thing is, like, I'm not somebody who is like toxic positivity where I just want positivity. It's more of the fact that I just don't fucking want to hear it. Because I know what the problem is with Do It Night Abyss. And I'm fully aware of it. I just don't think I want to hear it from a creator right now because, like, it sounds weird, but like, there's certain tones that it would be best to use with certain stuff. Like, nobody likes a tone police, right? But as someone who has dealt with people, right? There's a reason why your tone matters. Because one thing that's really important is no one's gonna listen to you if you have a certain kind of tone, right? And yeah. Can you touch your Brahma? Yeah, you can. But no, what? Like, it's more of a thing. It's not that I don't want to listen. It's more of the fact of like, I know what the problem is. I just feel like most people who are pointing out a problem in a game, they're not just pointing out the problem. They're kind of sort of just shitting on something, right? I'm more of an informational video kind of person where I like information. But the thing about informational things is that it's really a thing where you kind of sort of have to keep your personal opinion like short and like appropriate. I don't have another word for it. Short and appropriate is kind of sort of what I think is necessary, right?
I completely missed it.
Yeah. And I think that's the problem is like I hate tone policing because it kind of sort of is hated by everybody, right? But that's kind of sort of the thing that is what I like to see is like somebody kind of sort of being more informational than they are emotional. Because I've always been an information sort of person, not an emotion sort of person, necessarily. Because whenever somebody is super emotional, I tend to kind of sort of get pissy with them, rather than actually agree with them. Even if it is something I agree with, like unironically, you know, Sabushi's video, very good example. I do agree that there are major and obvious reasons why a lot of these games are failing. The problem is that, like, I want information, I don't want highly emotional opinions, right? Maybe, you know, maybe Sabushi's not doing that with that video, it is like a 5-minute video, but my thing is, like, I just don't want to fucking hear it. And not that I'm turning a blind eye to it, again, I do agree It's just I don't fucking want to hear it, you know? There's a difference between there's a difference between completely ignoring something and just feeling like you're tired of hearing it, you know? And that's all it is. I'm just tired of hearing it. But yeah, I do agree. I do agree Duet Net Abyss is doing awful right now. I do want them to keep going though, because just like Warframe, Warframe had a bad start too. Like, don't get legitimately, Warframe had a bad start too. So saying that Duet Net Abyss should give up isn't entirely like.
Yeah, don't they have to cancel their project like multiple times because it wouldn't work?
Like Warframe started off as a shit game too. Like, Warframe is able to do the things they're doing if they have a lot of experience, right? And because of that experience, they're able to do things that other people refuse to or can't do. I'm also gonna start the music. I forgot to start the music. I've been doing this in silence this whole time.
I also want to try the Prisma lens, even though it doesn't. Like the Brahma, it's good. The damage is fine.
Yeah.
The ammo. It's the ammo.
Yeah.
There we from there if it's.
Oh, and Duet Net Abyss is currently having maintenance, and they're currently updating the game. And the reason why I'm not playing that right now is actually due to the fact that because of the maintenance, they are they are kind of sort of just not able to be played right now. And the maintenance will be until 1 o'clock in the morning. And the one thing is as well, I said that I said yesterday, not yesterday, but last time I streamed that my regular schedule is that if a game were to have an update, I would play that the whole week. Interesting thing is, Warframe, Duet Net Abyss, and Genshin are all three having updates. And the reason why I'm not playing Genshin right now is actually because of the fact that I have just gotten a hold of like a pretty decent amount of Primo Gems. And I don't want to touch them until the new banner. And I don't trust myself to not touch them. So I have a bunch of premium currency as well as Primo Gems that I just grabbed. And I want to grab a hold of that new support. And it's like, are you gonna roll like 1 gold? Probably. I'm gonna do 1 attempt at the gold and see how that goes. If I don't get it, I don't get it. If I manage to have the game update next month and it's not on the 1st, I might grab another round of currency. But we have this interesting problem where because Duet Net Abyss, Genshin, and Warframe are updating this week, my schedule is kind of sort of just going to be regular schedule. Although, depending on which game I need to do more, or like not need to do more, but I want to do more, I will have Sunday open for one of those 3 games. And it's like, oh, what happened to Arknight's Enfield? I currently can't play it because my graphics card isn't strong enough. I thought I had a more powerful graphics card because it said 6 instead of 3 on the first number. But in actuality, the 6000 AMD is actually worse than the 3000 AMD. And I'm over here like, how the fuck are you going to have a worse graphics card, but the number is higher? That is confusing as shit.
To be fair though, I am playing on my iPad.
That's true.
And also, I will be right back. I missed a call from my mama.
Yeah. And the worst part is they have a Red Riding Hood based character. I fucking love Red Riding Hood. I love Red Riding Hood and Alice in Wonderland. And over here, like, you literally got one of the two things I love in like media, and I can't have it because I can't play right now. That's kind of gay. I'm not gonna lie. That sucks. And my brother's like, oh, you can go grab your old graphics card when you're ready. And I'm over here like, okay, but I'm currently waiting for mom to be ready because, you know, I don't know if mom's gonna want to go. I don't want to take the bus. But I want to grab my graphics card out of this one and give it to my brother. I don't think I need the RAM, but I do need the graphics card. But oh, you should get RAM too. You need the RAM. I'm over here like, no. I think it's better just to grab the graphics card because I think the graphics card is completely fine. I'm gonna show my brother like what to grab because he doesn't know computers as much. He games, but he does console gaming. So I apparently know more about computers than he does. So I'm gonna have to go grab that shit. I'll grab that graphics card and be all like, okay. The thing is, I don't know if the graphics card is the thing that's shot. Because that power outage fried a few things, although it still does visuals and actually can play games pretty well if it actually starts playing them. So I don't know if the graphics card is the one that's blasted. It's just, I don't know. But yeah, that power outage that knocked out my computer like fucked up like everything. And I don't know if it took out the graphics card or not. Yeah, kitty. There's a brownie. I want the brownie. I'm just checking up on some stuff. Jazz is poof. I'm talking shit. I am talking shit. Talking shit is great. It's fun. Just talk shit. Dude, why do you talk shit so much? It's crazy. It's like, cause yes. I try my best to be someone who's like kind. But my thing is, like, I didn't start off that way. But I do have this thing where, me talking shit is more like me having a conversation. I'm not really, like, trying to knock people for too much stuff. Besides, most of the time I'm talking shit about games. Like, I try not to direct it at people. I know directing it at people tends to be, like, something I used to do a lot. But I decided not to do that as much. And my thing is more like the honesty, but like framed in a way that is appropriate. I think that's the thing. Like I said with the tone police thing, like nobody likes tone police, but sometimes honesty is best served, like seasoned, right? Seasoned and cooked well, which basically means you have to word it correctly and also know what you're talking about. I think that's the thing that is most important. Like somebody who has like a problem with like, here's a good example, like someone who thinks they're a really good like damager in like Monster Hunter, but they have this thing where they die all the time. You kind of sort of need to phrase it in a way that they understand, but also in a way that isn't like combative. Because one thing I've learned is that if you're combative, they're gonna fight back. So the best thing to do is it's like a weird thing where it's like there's a difference between like telling someone they have a problem and just fucking reaming them out for it. Reaming them out for it isn't usually all that successful in actually getting something done. But letting them know there's a problem and giving them offering a solution is probably more productive. I think that's what it is, like being productive when you're like talking to people is probably more important than telling the truth. It's not even grammar police or anything like that, it's more like tone. The reason why tones are a thing, you know?
In a black bow tie.
But if you have a problem with somebody, in most cases you're not gonna fix it by just screaming at them that they have a problem. Most of the time, in order to fix it, you kind of sort of need to have a way with words that's a lot more effective. You know? It's the effectiveness of the words is more important than what you say, if that makes any sense.
I'm not saying it's on the cards. I'm not saying it's even going to happen. But if Quincy gave me a tattoo, would you laugh?
I think that's the thing that people kind of sort of forget when it comes to like the whole grammar police argument of like, I'm telling the truth, why don't you like accept it? And if you're like, I told the truth too, but the difference is that mine is helpful, yours is just being a dick. Because I always hear that as like,
The system
I'm just
continues
saying
to
what's
fall into
true.
chaos.
Yeah,
Check
cool.
navigation for active
Did you
invasions.
do anything productive with that truth? No. Okay, cool. That's kind of sort of the conversation that goes through my head usually. I think the one thing is even though I talk, oh, ad break. I saw that ad break. Sorry about that. Ad break.
I could still taste you on my lips this morning. Bugging out my concentration completely. You're a liability, you are.
That's a good idea. I'll be prepared. I'll be right back after these messages. You'll be right back after these messages. What are the messages? We're gonna tell you about this boner pill that could kill you. But like, does it actually correct the issue? Like very well? It does like a little bit. Like it makes it kinda half chub a little bit for like 20 seconds. And like I said, yes, it can kill you. Like damn, that sounds horrible. Why are you Why are you coming over here to say that? It's like, because money. Okay. Understandable. Have a nice day. Do you play just to play? All the time. I always play just to play. Honey man, do you have one by chance? That is the question. Motherfucker said dude. Oh, are they camping? They're camping. Hold on. I'm coming. Oh, fuck my drone. I forgot my drone. Oh, shit. What the fuck? Hold on. Come on. I'm gonna go over here to him. What was I talking about? I was talking about somebody. Wait, is it disappearing? What the fuck? I'm gonna go over here. Hold on. Okay,
You have collected enough reactant to open your relic.
I got it.
But I think you have more fight in you than that.
Motherfucker said, I'm leaving! Yeah, what the fuck? Wrong turn. Wait, shooting it indirectly doing more damage? The shade. Where? Oh. All the way over there. Okay. I need to go to that other guy. He has stuff.
That's it. You opened the relic. Finish your mission and we'll take a look inside.
I don't know why, but opening the relic is harder for some reason. I think it's because we're really spread out, I think.
Oh my god, all of you are just spread eagle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's probably why.
I've been staying in one dice killing things, but there's a lot of people who are just leaving around. Oh, this meta has also gone down a few times. At least the second time.
Can I join you here in a minute? Oh, in about like 10-ish minutes. We landed up Oh, it's melee only. Are you kidding me? Oh wait, it's melee only. Full saw and Baruch. And I blink and everything is dead. Shark Boy, where's Lava Boy?
I think that's the Shark Boy. Actually, I don't know. I think he was actually higher in Marvel. There was a Shark Boy that we knew streaming, but unsubscribed from him because I never watched him. He was the only IRL streamer I ever watched. Randomly anyway.
I'm grabbing the desktop drop.
Oh shit.
This doesn't have to play weapons much.
I could just ignore that guy, but wait till everybody comes around me to help me out this time. Oh, there he is. There's some of it. That's the method. Oh shit. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit.
I wonder how many people are surprised just by playing Baruch. Because you don't really see Baruch anymore.
Yeah.
I think I've only seen Baruch once, and that was just out of nowhere one day.
Well done, Penna. Your relic is open.
Holy, that's true. Those are my blue.
Time killing acolytes. Unless you have College Whisper. The College Whisper seems to be very good. Unless that was something else.
Oh yeah, I can finally once and for all figure out what statuses the acolytes are being to.
Yeah.
Because of the Rook's reactive storm on here.
Yeah, I don't think they show their weakness in their wiki either.
I don't think so either.
You have but 60 seconds of life support remaining.
60 seconds of life.
I'll figure out what modern replace.
It's our motherfucking bomb little! Oh shit! I just got the rare. District's Prime Receiver. Bitch! Oh, they're going after the Vidaria. Okay.
Oh yeah, the Vidaria is more popular.
Oh, the Vidaria was the... We got 2 rares in a row. What the fuck? Got 2 rares on both apparently fucking... what are they called? Intact relics. Which means, they are not even upgraded.
The rares is the thing possible.
Yeah.
I'm figuring out what you want.
Another necromancer. Retrofusion. I sentence you to retrofusion. What does that mean? You can only play retro games. There's some people who are like that, actually.
Depends, do I get to choose the retro game or not?
I don't
or is
know.
it pretty solid?
Because I think you have to, like, figure out what is considered retro.
The definition of retro
The relic has been
is
cracked
anything
open. Finish your mission to
older
find
than
out what's
anything.
inside.
2 years.
Oh, then you can play a whole bunch of actually legitimately good games, actually.
Let me see. I
Around
think
20
it
years
also
ago, there actually was
has...
like some pretty good games that actually were like modern day version of convenience. Because I like the modern day version of convenience, but like sometimes I like the attention to detail of the old name. Because like there's quality and then there's attention to detail. Because objectively, the games that are out are high quality, but then objectively as well, they have very little detail, right?
Okay, Merriam-Webster says the meaning of retro is relating to, reviving, or being the styles and especially the fashions of the past. Fashionably nostalgic or old-fashioned?
Fashionably nostalgic or old-fashioned?
But basically, if you have a sense of like nostalgia, which means and that's Merriam-Webster's.
Wouldn't that mean like there's a lot of things that would be considered modern that has retro effects? Because there's a lot of games that are nostalgic even though they were like kind of modern. Because like there are like the instances of like the first Monster Hunter or the first Mega Man. Like the first of the series is always going to be nostalgic for you.
Oh, yeah, obviously.
So we would probably have to choose. We would probably have to put a date on it. If it was like 10 years, that would be a little bit too soon. Or too
most
like you said, you play Warframe. Warframe is a 13-year-old fucking game. And
yeah, most people do 20 years.
Most people do 20 years, yeah.
A lot of people also do just like anything pre-2000.
Yeah. Pre-2000 is actually one that's
It's also pushing it.
yeah. Oh shit, the guy said again. Tell me.
I think the GameCube is like post-2000s.
Yeah.
I think it's PS2 era. Honestly, if I was stuck with retro games, I would just grab a GameCube and have a fun with the lines.
I think my thing with retro games definitely is the fact that
More games, sure.
the retro games are interesting because there's a lot of games that are considered like really high quality that are more that are more just like centered around fun. And it's like a weird thing where like quality is thrown around without understanding what quality means. And I think that's the thing is like what people are looking for is not really quality, it's fun.
Yeah.
And
I also have much single time back then too.
yeah, it's like I think that's the thing that people kind of misinterpret is that fun is more important than anything. And
Yeah.
there's a lot of people saying quality when they don't really understand that quality is objective, not subjective. Value, however, is subjective, which is the thing that kind of sort of has people tripping. Is the value people are asking you to pay is just too much for what exactly is.
It's bullshit.
Yeah, it's like it's a weird. It's almost like a boomer thing, but like my thing is that it's actually more of a poor boy thing. Actually, it's kind of like a thing of like, why the fuck would I play insert game when I can play something of equal or greater value for a lesser price, you know?
Yeah.
And I think that's the thing that Warframe has and that people aren't really understanding, right? Well, I kind of sort of wanted to like comment on Sabushi's video that specifically, because it's something I've been trying to share with like a majority of people, is legitimately a lot of the quote-unquote contenders of Warframe are asking a ridiculous price comparatively. And
I'll say it's definitely
the two issues besides security that I have, right? The security is like a new issue. But my video that I made on Do It Not a Bit actually still stands. Where my big thing is they're asking too much of the price, right? For everything that they're trying to ask you to buy. And for two is a lot of people cannot play with their friends because their friends are all on console. And when your friends are on console, you you have this thing where it's modern day. In modern day, if your game isn't crossplay and crossplay at the same time, you are fucking up really badly. You know? Like, oh, but
Crossplay more than cross save at this point. But
yeah. Cause like it's like a thing where like you kind of sort of need either one or both, because
one or both, but if
the
you
actual
can
legitimate modern gamer is a social gamer. So without the ability to play with their friends in a game that they're interested in, a lot of people drop the game.
yeah.
Like one of the reasons why
Oh,
we actually get
this
games in the first
better.
place is because one of us wants to play it. One of the reasons why I got back into Genshin is because Steve was playing it. One of the reasons why I have this thing where I don't really want to play Warframe as much is because everybody's taking breaks. The problem is, because, you know, I'm a content creator, well, it's a hobby, but still, it still applies. I can't really stop it. It's probably a weird, like, me issue, it definitely is. But I can't just drop Warframe because it is literally the only thing that gets thousands of views on my channel. They call it audience lock. I am definitely audience locked. To the point where I literally just can't drop. I can't drop it. I can't drop Warframe. Oh, what the fuck? We are all like reviving the shit out of each other. I haven't died yet. This, I think it's a Baruch and a... Is it a Baruch? No, I think it's a Lavos. This Lavos and this Mestra are struggling. I'm mostly struggling because I'm trying to carry these people. I'm not sure how long they want to stay, but I am having fun though. I'm using a QUANTA. I don't even know what they're using. Are we leaving, guys? Or are we gonna stay? That is the question. I'm gonna put up a relic and see what they think. We gotta think. Oh, nope. Okay. No relic? Yeah, okay, let's go. Let's go! We're leaving! No.
resist to strike. You strike to win. The lesson ends.
There you are. I would speak with you.
Motherfucker said I would speak with you. I can, holy shit, I can invite you now. Who is this? TTK Walker? Where is he? Yeah.
I can still taste you on my lips. Buggered out my concentration completely. You're a liability, you are.
Bum, 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 bum. I wanna play with a shotgun. I'm gonna play with a shotgun. Oh, Jazz is gone. Okay, I didn't hear Jazz leave. Alright, I'm on my own, ready to
Shame I'm
do
not
some
Snoopy.
stuff.
It'd be lovely to make up to your face.
I do feel tired though, unfortunately.
I can tell.
The Orican Neural Sentry is attempting to purge you from this place. Stand by for life support. Tenno, if you have a necromech, this would be an excellent place to deploy it.
Actually, that's an interesting thing I can talk about, if I just thought about it. So there's this thing that somebody was actually talking about. I think it was Josh Drive Hayes. He's talking about the concept of, like, debating and discussions. Where if someone were to have a debate and or a argument keeps happening when
Bypass use.
and rather than it being like it's like everything or like the conversation tends to be a competition and a defeat the opponent sort of thing rather than like a means to communicate information. Which I definitely agree has kind of sort of happened a little bit too much. Hey! Shut up! Sorry. It kind of sort of happened a little bit where it's like...
The relic has been cracked open. Finish your mission to find out what's inside.
It's gone. It's all gone. I don't remember what I was saying. Fuck! Oh, the dog is barking.
The longer you hold out, the deeper I can search. But if you need to leave, extraction is ready. Void signatures, but outside the corrupted. They are draining your life support, and fast. Eliminate them quickly. enough reactant to open your relic. We have only scratched the surface. This place holds many more secrets.
My throat hurts now.
These manifestations must not be allowed a foothold on Lua. Life support is at risk. Destroy them.
Where's the thing? Okay. I'll be there in a bit.
Well done, Tenno. Your relic is opened.
I want my relic. Bitch!
If you have a necromech, this would be an excellent place to deploy it. The Grineer and Corpus came here in search of treasure, but only found oblivion.
Ah.
They are trespassers here. You are not. Tenno, the Void has summoned a new presence and it craves our life support. Destroy these manifestations.
Very good.
Meow. Oh.
Oh, the operation ends in 1 day. Oh, the night wave ends in 1 day. Okay.
Yeah, because new Nightwave and
fine by himself, I think.
Jeff
I don't have to watch
just
over him.
thought the new Nightwave
Nora
was
sleeps better knowing her dreamers
supposed
are
to
out
come
there,
out a week
working
later,
to lift
but
us up.
whatever.
I'm getting potatoes.
Potatoes and...
I could feel my face turning fucking red.
Ah, jeez.
My dog started barking, and for some reason, I guess I was already frustrated with something. So,
The whole Sabuchi thing, probably.
no, it's a mixture of things. But the dog, I guess I was louder than I thought I was gonna be. But it also doesn't help that the dog interrupted me, and I don't like being interrupted. Whenever I'm in the middle of something, I don't like somebody coming in, or somebody or something coming in and like causing me to snap back to whatever they want me to snap back into, you know? So I not only did I drop the conversation because I didn't understand what I couldn't like figure out what I was gonna say. But apparently Mom wasn't too happy with how loud I was. So that's unfortunate. I'm gonna get rid of those. Not get rid of it, but I'm gonna switch out the shotgun from the shotgun.
You have to dip in like 20 minutes though
Okay.
for D&D, so what do it be that we be doing?
I don't know.
We gotta be quick.
I can't believe you've got a friggin' solution. Slumming it here with me.
Do you think we can get 6 organ cells in 20?
Yeah, we
Wonder what
can.
Atrati's up to
Probably.
now. Sleeping one
Let me get Cora.
I want to bring Baru. But I'm also not too sure. Your dirtiest poo.
I think something that might make me feel like extra, like probably a little better, would probably be to maybe ride Mira Luna. I think that would be a good idea. Because I know, at least most of the time when I'm not in the best of moods, riding on Mira Luna tends to help. I think that's probably like the big thing that causes me to be upset about Warframe the most. Is that the thing that Warframe has that makes me feel better?
Look at the stars together.
Keeps getting interrupted. I think maybe interruptions are a lot more important to me than I thought. Because if you chalk it up to that, right?
If riding Mira Luna will help you, then let's do something else then.
No, we gotta get the sales. I'll ride Mira Luna in a bit.
Also need ribbon slivers.
Oh yeah, you can get ribbon slivers just from any Eximus, so that's fine.
I think I kinda wanna do some Hell Scrub anyway.
Hell Scrub?
And that, yeah, so that will just be up to
shame I'm not sleepy.
just enemy spawning instead.
Let me stop doing that.
Oh, I'm feeling a little bit spicy today. What frame should I play?
I don't know.
You want me to name off my frames and then you select?
Okay.
I got Atlas Prime, Gauss Prime, Hero Prime, Noko, Araxias, Dynax, Ash Prime, Banshee Prime, Baruch Prime, Caliban Prime, Citrine, Dante, Ember Prime, Equinox Prime, Umbra, Frost Prime, Gara Prime, Garuda Prime, Grendel Prime,
Navigation
Gyre
has been
Prime,
updated with new
Ivara
invasions.
Prime,
Chaos
Lavas
is
Prime,
spreading.
Limbo Prime, Mag Prime, Mesa Prime, Nezha Prime, holy shit, that's a lot of primes. Oberon Prime, Octavia Prime, Otea Prime, Rhino Prime, Saren Prime, Zavagoth Prime, Titania, Fakir Prime, Fubon Prime, Volt Prime, Saku Prime, Ureli Prime, and Zephyr.
Let's do Noko.
Holy shit.
It's been a
Yeah,
long
I
time
did
since
not
we used
realize
it.
that. It has been a long time since I used Noko, and I kind of feel like shit because I just sold my kit gun, my Doom Shroom.
Yeah. Doom Shroom.
Yeah, I just sold him for a weapon slot. Let's see, I gotta hit out my.
Let me check. Let me go back to my. I was not on my stream. On my left monitor.
Ah, I got you. I also just had to ban the bot.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, turn this off viewers. Which is stinky in my opinion. Fuck it, I have yet to use these. This tech rot shit anywhere, I'm just gonna slap all of it on Noko. Does it make Noko look absolutely cluttered? Yes. Yes, it actually does. They're just gonna... You can probably hear that. Just tell me when to stop.
Stop.
Okay, not bad fashion going on here. No clue what's going on with the accent color, but maybe if I attachments, I can see where the accent color is. Okay, that's. I can actually just keep that, but change the energy color to like that darkish red. Or the dark reddish orange on the fire palette. Here, which the random colors button gave. Also look bad.
Oh, that's not too bad.
Mushroom. Yeah, it looks mushroomy. I like it.
Oh, he wiggles. I forgot that he had pieces of him that wiggles.
Yeah, I also just slapped all the tech stuff on there, because why not?
Also, doesn't he do like a Russian dance?
You are giving me quite
When he holds a rifle, yeah.
So like, does that mean technically, like, if you go by that,
Noko is technically Russian, probably.
does that mean your rally is like a thing where like your rally is a Russian
What,
beat?
Russian? Huh.
I know Russia has meats, I think.
Plenty of
I've
them,
heard
right?
of them.
Yeah.
And Noko's more like
Huh.
a more traditional Russian boy.
I guess so. Also, we only have like 10 minutes now.
Yeah, that's true.
But,
gods.
yeah, let me just grab a melee real quick.
I'll probably stay in the
still
health
tasting
drop
on
for
my
a
lips
while.
this morning.
I think.
Buggered on my concentration completely.
Okay, I'll have to dip at some point, but yeah. And screw it, I guess I can use Death Cube. Death Cube is gonna look ugly as hell. Actually, it doesn't look too bad. Alright. I'll try it. Screw Tech Rod. I forgot to put the animation set on. Fuck, goddamn.
Goddamn.
I forgot to put this animation set on. So gotta stay on the motorcycle, cause I'm not going to
I fucked up my buttons so badly. I am blowing up cars though, that's fun. Who doesn't like exploding cars? Hell, even wholesome people love exploding cars. Awful game.
It's 52. I remember building this thing well. They're slapping on something. Okay. yeah, if I don't do this, I can... Here. 50% resistance, I should say.
Oh, you know what happened yesterday when I think I was playing Warframe. There was a lady, Queen of Blades or something like that. Pretty sure it was an actual show, who yelled at everybody in the squad and then fucked off while we were going to ESO. And I don't know what the deal was with her, but she basically said when noob's gonna learn that Mirage steals your XP and gives it to Warframes. I'm over here like I checked their MR. I'm over here like, are you talking about their personal XP? Or are you talking about like I didn't ask them anything because I figured I should not want to get involved. I was like, is this person talking about their personal XP? Or are they talking about like the XP going to other players? Because like I don't understand what the problem was. Because,
I don't understand either.
Because
that's hurting the brain. It's going to confuse.
Yeah. Because I'm over here like that's not, at least when it comes to like leveling up your own stuff, that's not how that works. You know?
That's not how that works.
That is how it works. But when it comes to leveling up somebody else's stuff, right?
Oh,
like being the one nuking for the squad, I'm pretty sure that noob knew more than that person. Because they did have like an unleveled weapon, but it didn't seem like they were leveling in the way that they thought they were. It seemed like they were just trying to nuke for the squad. And they just kind of spouted that and then left. Now I hear like, okay, that's interesting. Look at that, she was host. So I'm over here like, if she was like worried about like, hey, there's no XP going to like the other players, I guess, okay. But I don't know, man, it was really weird.
Cool, thanks for your
yeah, it's like cool, thank you for your unwanted input.
I'm gonna continue to.
Yeah. So thank you for your unwanted input and stuff, and I guess you did us a favor by leaving, because holy shit. Especially since like my brain kind of sort of went through the line. When will you pro players learn that a video game isn't a viable option for a job? Because that's kind of what it felt like. You're trying to optimize it like it was a job. I'm over here like, okay, cool.
Like if you're popular enough to get like constant like sponsorships, I mean, do it, sure. But if you're not, why are you worried about it?
Yeah, I don't know if they were a content creator or not. You never know. But the thing is like, even then, I don't think taking it so seriously as to get angry in a PvE game that's also considered casual. What it is like. Like people forget, this is not a hardcore game, right? It's literally pop in, pop out. You spend 15 minutes every day in this game and do just as fine as people who spend hours, right?
Yeah, like somebody with like only like fucking 50 hours will do just fine as somebody who has like 3,000.
Yeah,
Because what, 6,000, 4,000?
yeah.
I
know I've known people who knew what they were doing that were like MR8 or some shit. And
people who have no clue what the fuck they were doing and were like that large.
Yeah. It's like someone would do it at events. Like there was a video saying that do it at events is in the casual game. But I think the thing is like there's a difference between a casual game and like playing a game casually, right? So Warframe definitely is considered a casual game because you don't struggle in this game as much as like a hardcore like looter shooter, right? That's kind of sort of just not how that works. So being so like hitty that the rest of the squad is playing a way you don't like is honestly weird as hell, right? Here's my thing. It's fine to get pissy about things, but like maybe not announce your pissiness to the world before storming off. Because I hate to pull this card, and it's always like sounds like overly condescending. But I could have swore this was a rated M for mature game. You know? I think that's the thing that goes through my head every time someone has like a tantrum like that. Because I will get angry about things, like I get angry all the time, but I don't throw tantrums like that anymore. And it's literally tied to maturity rather than age. And I think there's just isn't.
Getting out of hand.
I think like a weird thing where there's so many people who will get so angry and it's like, goddamn, you know?
You seek rewards, Hunter?
Yeah, seek rewards.
Comms are on silent. Now he's filling ops. I am officially off duty. This is our time. Just you and me.
You're right, Marilyn.
I'm not saying it's on the cards. I'm not saying it's even going to happen. But if Quincy gave me a tattoo, would you laugh?
If Quincy gave me a tattoo, would you laugh? My answer is hysterically. I would laugh hysterically.
I can't believe you've got a full spaceship suddenly here with me.
I want to go along. Really? Did I click the wrong button? I clicked? Fuck, are you serious? Oh, stupid. I clicked the wrong button. I'm sorry. Alright guys, that's completely my bad. I don't know why I keep thinking that this is... Hold on, solo. There we go. Hey, dog. My damage is weird. Hold on. I don't like my damage.
We should
That
climb up
isn't
on the
gonna work
roof.
for me.
Look at the stars together. Feed the pigeons. Sweep for snipers.
Which one is this? This is...
Pick me up a black bow tie if you ever find one, okay? You look sharp with a black bow tie.
Urelli, compressor. This is gonna be okay. So many fucking issues, man. Oh, okay, cool. Cool, okay. There we go. Yeah, I remember this. Oh, really? Okay. Let me snapshot this. Why I wasn't riding the board. Okay. Fuck. E.
Kalimos. Hey, Kalimos, come here. Come on. Come to Uncle Arthur. Come on. Over here. Don't be scared. Come on. Fine. Be like that. How robust this furniture is.
I'm having a great time. I'm gonna see if we can go here for an hour. Let's see how it goes. Okay, you know how I like talking shit? I have a really strong urge to talk shit about Warframe, but I decided not to do that. That's why I'm like quiet. So I figured that, you know, it's probably not cool to play a game and like complain about it the whole time. So I'm trying to find something else to talk about, so I keep getting into it. So, I don't know, today's one of those wild days where things just keep happening. At least it's not when I'm not medicated. I'm fully medicated right now. I just took it last week, so it's really just like kind of a thing that just happened today. The worst part is like super like personal issues. Like it's not even like things that would bother most people. I definitely try to stay reasonable because like being unreasonable really isn't like gonna help. That's the one thing that people seem to forget. Is sometimes like being without reason isn't as helpful as people would like to think. I don't want to be unreasonable. I need to remember that a lot of this is literally just a me problem. I think I actually was watching a video. It was really fascinating. It was about like how it's like the whole thing of like people having a problem, but people having like this thing where they're there for other people, but they have this thing where they don't really like ask for help from somebody else. I think I gravitated for that video because I kind of thought it was similar. Where I kind of sort of don't like bring myself to ask for help, even if I do have somebody or something that I need, you know. It's kind of like it's kind of a weird thing where I don't bring myself to do that, you know. But if someone were to ask me for like something, like for help, or like I'll offer it and everything, and I'll offer comfort and stuff like that. And it's like, yeah, you're really good at comforting people. You have problems, but like you always deal with them really well. I guess I deal with them okay. I don't deal with them like that great, honestly. But definitely not the worst at dealing with it. I think the thing is like sometimes like I think like that video said, sometimes it's like a thing of like being there for being like strong when it comes to like situations is fine, but like sometimes you just have to like let the brain like melt a little bit, you know? Just a little bit, you know? Cause like a weird thing where like, oh, you might have like this thing where you feel like you wanna be there for everybody, but you know you don't get you don't feel like asking for help. It's probably I remember hearing this one quote. It's not strong to do things that it's not strong to. It's not a strong thing to refuse to do something that makes you uncomfortable. Does that make any sense? And people would say, oh, but like asking for help makes you uncomfortable. But doing things on your own makes you uncomfortable. And one thing that's really interesting is balance is really important. That's like, it goes into that, it always goes into that, right? But there's this thing where it's kind of like somebody who, it's kind of like the fighter thing, where like, a strong man is someone who knows when to fight. It's kind of like that when it comes to like asking help too. It's like sometimes it's like you kind of sort of like need to know when to ask for help more than anything. And also need to learn when. It's more of a thing of like the why. To be wise, it's best to know when to do something or how to do something, right? It's like, oh, give advice to the person that is struggling. No. You gotta learn when it's appropriate. You can't just spout out the advice. Maybe during a show, like mine, like whenever I do streaming, it's like a thing that kind of starts to happen. But it's kind of the thing I was saying with like the tone police thing, where sometimes it's like less about saying something, it's more about saying it in a certain way or at a certain time. I think my thing though is just knowing that it's not good enough. I kind of sort of have this thing where even though they kind of sort of made sense, I don't truly like vibe with the thing, you know? But yeah, it's healthier to know when to ask for help, but I find the thing that he was explaining, like his explanation to make more sense than his reason and rationality of like asking for help. Well, here's the rationality for asking for help. I want to be like, okay. However, I don't feel like the rationality beats the explanation, because the explanation is more of a better reason to not ask for help. You know? I don't necessarily feel like asking for help is like something that I can bring myself to do. Not even because it's like a tough man situation, it's more of a fact of like, the fact that like, my problems really aren't somebody else's problem. But then again, I am somebody who will help somebody else with their stuff. But that's mostly because I feel like I can handle it. I truly believe that like, it's not that it's my place, more the thing of like, I feel like it's, I'm not obligated, but like, I feel like it's the right thing to do, right? But I myself don't really think it's like the right thing to do to ask for aid. I remember Mom was asking me if I was doing fine. It was a mixture of things, my answer. For one, it was I couldn't figure out what the problem was. For two, I don't think I want to bother Mom with my problems. Because my problems aren't things that she can solve. Because they're not necessarily related to real life. Does that make any sense? They're like super me problems. That's like the whole quote me problem. Is they're a problem that I would understand, but no one else would be able to deal with. And that's what my interpretation of me problems are, is that rather than it being a problem that is fixable with outside intervention, it is a problem that only I have the capacity to deal with. That's at least my big interpretation of like me problems, right? I don't really believe that my problems with like how like my favorite game is not doing well, or like there's things where I set up something and it doesn't get done, or like the thing where I'm struggling to put together like a video, or like my computer breaking essentially. Like all these problems are me problems because there really isn't anybody who can actually help me with it, right? Nobody is qualified, and it probably goes back to the conversation of like, I'd rather have like 100 people who are qualified rather than 1,000 people who are passionate. Where I have all these computer problems and these gaming problems and these problems with like setting up things with friends, and it's just like, they aren't really solvable by someone who's qualified, because the only person who's qualified to deal with these problems is me, right? Kind of like that. That's like a piece of information that I wanted to share. It's like, the whole reason why I struggle a lot and in like a mental way is mostly because I'm failing to deal with my own problems. Like I said, like no one's qualified to actually deal with the problems that I have. Hence the word me problem, you know? It's a me problem because asking for outside help really isn't going to help, you know? That's the fascinating thing about growing up, actually, is realizing that you kind of sort of, asking for help really is something that you kind of sort of know when to do. It's difficult to know when to do, but the question usually is like, do I deserve it? But the question should instead be, is there anybody qualified to deal with this problem? You know? I think that's the question that should be asked more. Because, asking, like the things that my friends have as problems are more like centered around like video game builds, or like mental like instabilities. But to be absolutely completely honest, there's very few times I would trust like somebody else to deal with like my problems. I think one thing that's really interesting is, you know how I say like, I deal with like people's like mental instabilities as like a kind of a thing that I like to do to help them out. To be absolutely completely honest, I don't think anybody else that I know personally is is able to understand how to do that. And it probably sounds like a little rude, but like, it's kind of like a thing of like, you can't ask someone who doesn't have experience or empathy to deal with a problem that needs experience and empathy. Because I've had to deal with like, not had to, but I've dealt with like a couple of my friends asking me about things, about empathy and like what needs essentially wisdom to like provide aid. But I can, if they're doing that, right? I don't think someone who frequently asks about like empathy is capable of understanding the problem right? Especially since those empathy conversations usually end up being like having a lot of pushback. Because I'm over here like trying to explain like how somebody would think a certain way, right? And in the whole like if you're a hammer, every problem you see is a nail. Where he just wants to punch or stab or shoot or choke and throw. Now over here like you don't live in the forest, you live in a society. You can't be acting out violence every single time you have a minor issue. And it's like, are you sure my issues are minor? Yeah, unironically, a lot of the issues that I am quote-unquote qualified to deal with aren't really all that big of a deal. It's like a weird thing where they have all of these like major problems to them. But even though I'm really sensitive, I can say straight up a lot of the problems I've been having to like deal with the friends are really like minor. Like, I deal with minor problems all the time, right? But it's usually a cascade of a lot of minor problems. Problem is, right? They overreact more to minor problems than I do. And in some cases, they are considered low mature because they are capable of having a career. But being capable of having a career doesn't really mean they have the emotional capacity to not have like an absolute meltdown over something that really isn't all that big of a deal. It kind of doesn't, like, being able to work doesn't include maturity. I've seen some fucking, essentially children work at McDonald's and do actually a good job, right? Meanwhile, I've also seen some people who are like really mature, who have never worked a day in their life, and I've had this fascinating thing where I'm just kind of just like trying my best to wade through everything on my own. But I don't trust anybody else to like be able to have input that would be proper. The problem is, you know, I don't feel like I'm wrong. I try to think of it as logically as I can, and I don't see myself being wrong in this, you know? Or it's like, oh, you helping people out with a bunch of their mental problems. And I'm like, yeah, I can. How come you don't ask them for help? Because they're not qualified. They don't, like, if I'm helping them out with a lot of empathy or logic-based things, right? don't think somebody who needs that much help with logic-based things is qualified to tell that same person to do something. Or like to help. Especially when I kind of set up poke and prod to see if like what the reactions would be to the problem. It's always just like I would just punch him, or I would just stab him, or I would just shoot him. Oh, and you're like, okay, I don't. Thank you for your input. It was very entertaining. However, you don't have the emotional capacity to deal with my problem. I'll help you guys out. I will help the shit out of somebody who has an emotional based problem. But unfortunately, I don't think I'll be asking like them like that shit one thing is also like somebody would say, oh, but like, doesn't qualified mean having a license? And my interesting thing with that is you don't necessarily have to have a license to be qualified for certain things. Because I've seen a lot of people who have licenses who are not, who are just plain simply not qualified for the job that they have a license for. Like, oh, but they passed the test. Yeah, you passed the test. But being able to actually understand the basics or like even the complexities of what you're doing is extremely like not easy for like a majority of people who have this license. Like, oh yeah, you have a license to cook food. Why do you keep giving like your customers food poisoning? You have a license, right? You have a license to cook food. Like, yeah, I got my license. I did the tests and all the paperwork and stuff. Like, but why are you constantly having people get sick here? It's like, oh, because I cook food that gives them food poisoning. Why? I don't know. You don't know. You don't know why they're having food poisoning when you're eating at your restaurant. That's concerning. It's like, I don't know. I haven't gotten fired yet. Keyword yet. Fascinating time to be streaming. It's usually like really slow. But then again, Sunday is like this week. Sunday and like basically any day I usually have for Genshin is usually a really slow day. But considering like if it was up to me, right? I think I would have the weekends off actually. Problem is my my PA kind of has this thing where she comes every Tuesday and Saturday. So I can't really like not go to her, you know? I have to go on her side, not mine. Actually, I kind of think I might want to go with more of a separation days. Maybe like have Wednesday off, maybe... No, I think I would want 2 days off in a row is actually what I wanted. 2 days off in a row is actually seems pretty much better. Because every single time I have 2 days off in a row, I have more time to rest. It probably sounds weird, but like, splitting the rest days between 2 days that are like separate from each other isn't entirely enough rest. It's probably, like, the best way to say it is like, it's taking the day off is not as good as like having 2 days off. Mostly because it's better to get a proper rest than to get multiple rest, if that makes a little sense. Like a really, really good, like, long nap versus, like, maybe, like, an hour of sleep, you know? Even people who have, like, they don't need that much rest, they have this, there is this thing where it isn't necessarily about sleep, it's more about, like, being able to reset and, like, be capable of, like, that's the whole point of, like, breaks in content creation, is, like, it's not just a weekend that you need, sometimes it's a whole month. It's like that with videos, or like streams, where sometimes the break is like supposed to be like a really long time. Because that really long time is designed to, it is like put into the, like resetting your stress and your like everything. It's similar to like, if you were to eat like McDonald's a lot, this is relevant, don't worry about it. But if you were to eat McDonald's a lot, right? You kind of have this interesting thing where like you might want to take a break from eating McDonald's for a bit. But what you gotta do with that break is like spend like a long time eating other things instead of McDonald's, and then when you finally go and you actually eat McDonald's like again, the McDonald's tastes better. It's kind of sort of, that's what it is. Like, you spend like a month not eating McDonald's instead of just taking like a day, like eating it, instead of like taking like a couple days, right? You'll be able to reset your levels of exposure to said stimulation, right? The flavor of McDonald's. And one thing about burnout is burnout is when you're just like essentially like a trauma kind of thing, where it's like I no longer ever want to touch McDonald's again kind of thing. It's like that with content creation. If you burn yourself out to a point of like never wanting to touch it again, you're probably gonna have to take a long break. I've seen a lot of content creators do this thing where like they burn themselves out and they start taking multiple breaks, but instead of taking the legitimate like long enough to matter break, they're just like, oh, I'm gonna take like a week break, I'm gonna take like a few days break on the weekend. I've done it before too. It's kind of like when I got pissed off on Warframe, I kind of was just like, I don't want to touch it for like a long time. I watched videos and stuff, you know, I like watching videos. But I kind of sort of did this thing where I kind of sort of basically ignored the game for a long time. I got my program back, and that was like the time I decided to come back. But the big thing was this. I wanted to get my program back, mostly because I wanted to do a return video where it's like, I'm back, hey, I'm doing good, you know. I mean, hell, I'm on the game right now, playing it. I'm not even like farming anything. Like interaction with the game, I think is kind of the one thing that Warframe does get good is it allows you to interact with the game for an extended period of time, if you choose to. But I think a lot of people would say that's a bad thing because they don't want to interact with it, like they want to do things fast. But that's mostly the people who mid-max everything. I'm not that kind of player, you know? I never have been, never will be. I've always been someone who wants to enjoy my time. I find that fulfillment, like we were having a conversation before, of like what is more important to someone who's mature, right? When you get to a certain point when you mature, it's all about fulfillment. It's not about, hey, it's not about, we're getting everything done in a timely manner, and everything's like mid-maxed, and we're getting all this stuff done in a short amount of time. And it's like, it's not about that for somebody who's more mature. It's more about just actually like enjoying yourself. Cupid! Hi, Cupid! Hi, Cupid. How's it going? It's been a while. Hi. Sorry about the ads. The ads are, yeah. What's this layout? I currently have, a chair. Yeah. And I have you know the little PNG that I have in front of my videos that kind of sort of says like, hey, it's like, it's kind of like the play button and then the stop button on the other side. It's like that. And I got a new outfit. I decided to do some changes to my model. It isn't just an outfit, it's actually a bunch of other stuff too. But I've actually been oh fuck. Ah shit. I've actually been fuck. I hate how I have prime shield with it and everything and you can just fucking punch through it. Fucking hate this guy. But yeah, I made some oh fuck. Fuck! I'm stuck, okay. Fucking hate this guy. Die! Already? Oh, fuck you! Where is your ability over? Oh man! Hold on, I'm having trouble with Mania. Yeah, there we go. Fuck, Jesus Christ. Fucking hate that guy. Yeah. Anyway, what? I don't even know what I was talking about. I absolutely just don't fucking know what I was talking about. I have had what I have been talking about interrupted by things outside of my control about 6 times today. And I've already had the conversation of like how much I seem to hate being interrupted. The game is a bit louder than the voice. Okay, hold on. Let me fix that. Sorry about that. I was wondering why the game was being weird. Sorry about that. I should have. So like, anyway, I've had the thing I've been talking about interrupted to a point of me forgetting what I was saying 6 times today. And I already had the conversation about like how apparently it's a lot more important than I thought it was. Where apparently I'm really bothered by that. And I kind of sort of analyzed it a little bit in my head. Where I'm kind of like, I think a lot of things that I've had with like a major issue is tied to the fact that I'm in the middle of something. And I want to do something, I am doing something, the action is happening, and I am being interrupted, and it just pisses me off. The worst part is I've learned to never really mention it, but streams are a fantastic place to kind of sort of just like bitch about shit. And I will admit, today has been mostly me bitching about things. But throughout all of basically last month, this month, and I think the month before too, I have been given a lot of shit to bitch about. And apologies if it is a little bit too much bitching though. But I have been bitching for 3 straight months. I have been given shit to bitch about for 3 straight months too, which is not great. I'm trying my best not to like just be a little bitch and, you know, bitch about things all the time. But Jesus Christ, you know? Sorry, my head hurts, actually, from how pissed I got at Mania. Yeah, I get you, yeah. Like, I legitimately am, like, not trying to bitch about things so much. I do want to try and enjoy myself. But, actually, I wanted to share something with somebody. I don't know. Okay. I mentioned that I was about something about taking breaks, right? And how taking a real break is more about taking a long break rather than a bunch of shorter breaks, because you won't be able to have like the ability to fully reset yourself. So I fully reset myself on Warframe, right? I'm excited. I was excited. I was happy. Everything was good. It was time to just like enjoy myself, right? And you wanna know some bullshit? So, oh god, I don't even know if I want to say this because it makes it real. Already has a new bug. Urelli has a new bug. And you wanna know what that bug is? You know Innervate? You know Innervate? The mod that is basically my Prime Surefooted? The one that I put on everything? Did you notice how I'm not using Maraluna right now? It's because Maraluna doesn't allow Innervate to stack. Maraluna is blocking Innervate from stacking. So, I have been trying my best to avoid it. I did forget about it, by the way. But the way I remembered was that I hopped on Maraluna on the last mission, and I was gonna go play with the Compressa and Urelli, right? I couldn't get red crit with Compressa, even though Compressa, its weird little thing is that it gets tier 4 red crits often or above. So I have had this wild situation where I am kind of tripping the fuck out because I just got back into wanting to play Warframe. How do those things interfere with each other? So you know how Urelli is, you know how when you're running Maraluna, you're playing as Maraluna? In the code specifically? Apparently, for some reason, the fact that you're playing as Maraluna has developed the bug where Urelli, I don't think she can stack arcanes. And it's like, oh, well, what about the other arcane? I don't think she can stack those. I think the fact that you're playing as Maraluna has evolved into you being, yeah, I might have to test that. But the thing is, flare can be increased by your drone. So your drone can make flare work, right? So you know, flare works on your drone. So that still works. Yeah, but it's not gonna work with things that require the Warframe itself to have input. Like how Merciless, I think you have to kill, and it cannot be your drone, right? And because it cannot be your drone, I think Urelli cannot stack that. Although I would have to test it. Fuck it, I'm gonna test it. Hold on, let me cash in my rewards first. I have a bunch of Argon crystals. I wanna go test it. I wanna see if I'm right. I need to know if I'm right. I need to test the bug. Oh my god, okay.
Comms are on silent. Now he's flipping off.
Okay. So let me give her...
This is our time. Just you and me.
I'm gonna give her, I wanna, let me see. Something that would be like super obvious. Oh, I know. This. So first, let me show you, actually, let me switch to, how do you shield tank with your Raleigh? Maraluna provides, Maraluna provides damage reduction, and what you do, actually this is how it works. So let me show you. The one thing with the other type of Urele, which is the catalyzing shield, damn, cat. The thing about catalyzing shields is when you put it on, it doesn't go below 100 shields. So the thing that I have learned when it comes to using catalyzing shields versus prime redirection is it's better to go with catalyzing shields if your shields don't go below 100 shields. Especially if when you put on prime redirection, like you have like a full like you have like a 2.5 seconds of invulnerability, and the way that shield recharge works is that it scales with the amount of shields you have. So if you want to go with the shield recharge build, right? You have to look at the shields and see if catalyzing shields goes below 100 shields. But because both Urele and Urele Prime don't do that, she's a prime redirection build kind of frame. And then you want to put Arcane Aegis, which will basically get make it to where you just can't die as long as you're paying attention. Then you put Grace for the other stuff, but that's up to you. But most of the time you don't need to go to level cap, so this actually is completely fine. This isn't a level cap build, it is just, yeah. How about the shards? So the shards, you don't have to do the armor one, but I basically found out that Maraluna's damage reduction is, because Maraluna herself has armor, so that actually is pretty good. But not only that, but Urele herself, if her, they basically, like, you have this as a base, but when you use Maraluna, it takes 90% of what's left. So it's actually a really good time to bring out Mr. Calculator. So 100, and you do minus 6.4. Actually, we do 6.5 just to round it out. Oh yeah, we have that. Oh wait, no, that's the wrong thing. Sorry. 100 minus 65. Okay. So that, and then you do minus 95, and you push percent, and boom. So you're only taking like 1.75% of the damage instead of what would basically be 5%. It's basically like a weird math thing to say that your ready just is going to take just 1 damage at a time in most cases, because like most hits are like 1,000 damage at Steel Pass. Divided by 1.75. So you're only taking like a little bit of damage, right? You're taking like a tiny bit of damage, you know? When I level cap build, I struggled when I level cap some time ago. So here's the level cap build. I kind of sort of did a little bit of updates to it. I decided to add more power and some stuff. It's a Omamori build. So basically, you want to have like Omamori on over Maraluna, since Maraluna isn't necessarily the best for level cap, but Omamori is a little bit better because the healing from Omamori also affects your shields. So essentially, Omamori will basically keep you alive, but then again, you have to make sure you don't just sit there and take it. You can, however, survive a Jade Light, which is fucking hilarious. Then you use Fast Deflection, Vigilante Vigor, Prime Redirection, Prime Continuity, Bleeding Expertise, Streamline, Rolling Guard, Blind Rage, and Brief Respite. Oh yeah, and Prime Sure-Footed is really good too. You don't need it necessarily if you don't really, if you can figure out how to go without it, but it's probably recommended more than anything. This is really recommended. The Prime Sure-Footed is really good for level cap. Then again, I've seen people do level cap without it, but let me remove this so we have no skewed results.
The multitude of creatures you have immortalized.
Is Reach necessary? For the build, the way that the build works is that it's a shield gating / shield tanking build, where you're basically making the you're having a bunch of safety nets for failure. This is basically as comfortable of a level cap build as you'll get, where if you really are struggling, keep in mind your Rally's Sea Snares is a one-handed ability, which also is super fast. So it's best to kind of sort of, like, if you're damaged, you can just keep pressing Brief Respite. Then again, I think, let me see. No, you don't have Augur. But Brief Respite is necessary, kinda. I don't know if I have another one though. I'm assuming you're asking because you might not have one. Oh no, I don't have another one. Never mind. But yeah, Brief Respite is necessary. Basically, the weapon, the build is as mid-max as possible, essentially. Alright, here we go. We're testing it. So this is the Cooper Nokar doing its thing, right? It's getting, like, on the top you can see that it's getting stacks of the thing. Now that we're gonna remove it, and then we're gonna replace it. Level cap are mostly Warframe. Yes, level cap builds are mostly survivability and some sort of subsume that allows it to do more damage. Or with your Rally specifically, she has the ability to give damage vulnerability. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I'm not getting. Oh wait, it's stuck a little bit. But as you can see, I'm not doing orange crits anymore. I'm not getting orange crit. I'm legitimately just not. Actually, I do want to test Flare, actually. Because you were talking about Flare, and I kind of sort of want to test Flare. No, Flare works. Okay, Flare works. So Flare fucking works. Okay. And let me do the other kill one now. Merciless. Okay, Merciless works. Yeah, this is legitimately a brand new bug. And it seems to be just Innervate too, because I'm testing it with other things. It's just Innervate. But yeah, you really can't. It's just Innervate. And the worst part is that I'm a huge fan of Innervate. So I'm extra pissy about this. Yeah. First it takes your Ruddy's job, and then it just can't do your Ruddy's job at all because it's bugged. Okay. And the worst part is that this bug has been out for about a week. Actually, ever since the Shadow Grapher was out, which I think was 2 weeks ago. Was it a week or 2 weeks? I forget. But it wasn't that long. It was like kind of long ago actually. So this bug has been there for a while. I mean, I can go over here to like the compressor and everything. Like compress the stuff, right? And now it's at 20, right? And you go over here and I see this 20% crit chance. Hop on here. Yeah. It's not doing that. I mean it does decent damage, but that's not doing Innervate things. And people are talking about how Warframe is yeah. Okay, I'm probably gonna say something. Okay, I wanted to stop like complaining about Warframe during playing Warframe, but I think I do want to say this and probably just cut it short as well. But people say Do It Night Abyss is like worse than Warframe in like every capacity. But every single time Do It Night Abyss had an update, the game didn't have major crazy bugs like this. And the last time they had bugs that were similar, and they fixed it, and they fixed those characters. After the update came, those characters did not get them coming back, or they did a brand new bug. The characters that were fixed are still fixed, right? So yes, they're like not as fast, but at least when they fix things, they fix things. If that makes any sense. And I don't know if you're probably like the biggest dick rider of the game, Do It Night Abyss, but I will say straight up, holy shit, if this game is not trying its best to make me like complain about it every single time I play it, you know? But yeah, I'll stop there. I don't want to complain too much. I don't want to get into a big giant rant or anything. I think I've said my piece already. But that's how I feel about it. You know. Another big thing is I wanted to play Do It Not Abyss today, and I can't because it's on maintenance and because it's getting updated. But Warframe is good, but I have very specific problems that almost feel personal, you know? And I think it's all tied to literally the fact that Urali is my favorite character of all of gaming. And, this shit keeps happening to her, you know? Yeah, sorry about that. I probably should actually find a different topic. I mentioned to Jazz, riding Maraluna actually is something that I really like doing because it actually like it feels good. It makes me happy. I do want to ride Maraluna and stuff, you know. Oops, uh-oh. I actually mentioned I wanted to go for 3 hours today because I wasn't doing well. But I'm not, I think I do want to continue, mostly because, you know, someone's here, so. It feels good to have someone here, but holy shit. Oh, sorry, I was checking something. Well, let's slide. It says 2 years back, so that's cool. Holy shit. You know what? I think I actually might have to because of, you know, I guess, like, did Brief Respite drop in price? I think so. Because a lot of people have it. There's not as much demand. I know when things aren't in as much demand, they usually tend to lower the price. Yeah, for a mod, it's like really expensive. I think it's mostly because it's hard to get, I think. You're not complaining? Hell yeah. Yeah, that's good. Oops. Been playing Minecraft lately. Oh, that's good. I haven't played Minecraft in a while. I played it earlier. Yeah, it's been like quite some time since I played Minecraft though. Daily signing reward choices, 45k credits, 5 galleon, or 226 cryotic. I think that cryotic sounds like a good idea. I mean, it's not the best suggestion, not suggestion, but best selection, but it's, I mean, not the worst either. Samara's so stingy? Yeah, he is.
The system continues to fall into chaos. Check navigation for active invasions.
I definitely think the cryotic is probably the best one though. Mainly because getting cryotic, yes, it's fast, but not very many people want to do it. I like doing it, but I think I don't know, like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, I think what happened is exactly what I was worried about happening if I ever rode Mara Luna and tried to use Enervate, which I literally stopped doing it. I literally didn't do it because I knew it was gonna happen, but I ended up like forgetting. I kind of sort of don't want to play today anymore until the bug is fixed. Like, it sounds really shitty, but like that's kind of slow I'm going through right now. Someone in region chat just got kicked for asking, is Futa gay? I don't know, actually. I don't know if it's gay. I guess it really depends who the Fuda is fucking, I think. But contrary to popular belief, a lot of the time when you're watching Fuda, it's not a man on Fuda, it's Fuda on female. Yes, exactly. Fuda on male or Fuda on female? That's the thing you would probably have to ask. Is like, are you watching a lady dick down a lady, or are you watching a lady dick down a guy? You know? Like, it's a genuine, like, if it's a genuine question, it's actually a very fascinating question. Like, there's a lot of nuance to it. It can actually spark a pretty interesting conversation. I think there's also this one thing, okay, I also watch a different thing that's also tied to food a little bit, called, I think it's called FPOV, or female POV, and people are kind of sort of like, is that gay? And I don't know. I honestly, I don't really have that, like, a clear answer as to whether or not FPOV is gay. Because you are, like, seeing through the eyes of a woman, I guess? I don't know. And it's not even tied to, like, animations or anything. There used to be a whole thing where a lady would put a camera on her head. And she would, you know, she would look at things. So it's not even a really unique thing to animations and stuff. I'll tell you one thing, people are getting a lot better at it. People are getting a lot better at FPOV. Like, they really are. I saw some FPOV last night. I was like, damn. I think what helps is one of them was a werewolf. I like werewolves. Werewolves are great. What do you think of Ankus? The Ankus, the Ankus is interesting. I haven't made a video on it. My computer broke, and so I had to replace my my video making program. And I'm gonna make a video tomorrow, but yeah, I'm gonna read another video. I'm gonna make a video tomorrow. I don't know what it's gonna be on though. Is it gonna be the Incus or the QUANTA? But I do think people are hyping up the Incus a lot. But I don't think it's all that great. Like, people are saying, oh, you can do damage cap with it. It's like, yeah, however, like, there's a bunch of there's a new weapon that came with it, right? The Tenet QUANTA, that if you build, you know, similarly and give it the same buffs, right? It can also do damage cap. So it's not, yeah. I'll wait for the video to hear more about it. Yeah. I'll probably make the video. I'll probably have to get I'll probably have to get my thoughts together when I make the video. But the thing is, I kind of sort of want to make two videos. I want to do QUANTA and Incus. I think doing both would be a good idea, so they can see like a comparison, you know. And it'll help me like get my thoughts together. Let me also like favorite this for video's sake. But yeah, I don't know if I have like controversial opinions on it, but I do have opinions on it, if that makes any sense. I have some fascinating opinions. I'll probably, I don't know, I'll wait for another secondary. Yeah, I was hoping for another secondary too, I'm not gonna lie. They didn't give us a secondary though, that's unfortunate. I noticed that most of my weapons that are like my favorite weapons are literally just a basic assault rifle. Like 1, 2, 3, 4 basic assault rifles. Waiting on Azima, I feel like you're getting longer rewards. Azima is fascinating. So the secondary fire is kind of broken. But the weapon itself is like... I don't know how to explain the Azima. The Azima is kind of like... It's okay, I think. But the thing is there's a lot of... Wait, where's my Azima? Wait, do I not have an Azima? Wait a minute, let me see. I need to check. Do I have Azima? Oh, there it is. Oh my goodness. Okay. Azima is definitely okay if you know what you're doing with it. But I find it takes like a lot more effort to get going than I would like. I went with something like this. But like it takes a lot of effort to get this thing rolling. It's possible though. It is unironically quite possible to get this thing rolling. It's a secondary, that's why it has Enervate. But I definitely would say there are better options. I guess compared to those options, it's not very good. But then again, there's certain weapons that are like far worse. So it really isn't like the end of the world, you know? The Azima is still like very usable. Also for a low cap build as well, so I need other than Kome Subsume. Let me see. Level 2. So you need Kome Subsume, you need Grace and Aegis. Grace for the early part of the thing where and also Toxin procs from Toxin that doesn't scale. Specifically from like the Nox, I believe they're called. The Nox can poison you, but as long as you only get hit by their poof of smoke that comes out when they die, it shouldn't scale high enough to kill you outright. But that's what Grace is for. Then you want both the shield regeneration mods, Vigilante Vigor and Fast Deflection. Then you want Prime Continuity, Prime Redirection, Bleeding Expertise, Blind Rage, Streamline, and Rolling Guard. And let me see, is there anything else? I don't think so. You also want to get a good weapon that scales really good with status, because Sea Snares is damage vulnerability, and damage vulnerability, because of how the game's damage works very similarly to a Bane mod. So you do want to go with that, or you go with a really high crit secondary with Enervate on it, and just aim for the head and like make sure you have the bubbles on them before you gun them down, like Dual Toxicist or the Vasto Prime with Incarnon, both Incarnon. Both of them can do it with just your rally and the bubbles. I think the Vasto Prime specifically can do it without your rally actually, but it works really good with your rally, so it's fine. Let me think. Is there anything else? I don't know. I think I might actually be done. Warframe has kind of sort of irritated me to a point where I do want out a little bit. I don't want to get super mad about Warframe and complain the whole time, so I am gonna probably not complain too much about it. But I do want to wait until Urani's bug is fixed before I come back again. I haven't done this with the last bug, but the last bug was fixed in a week. I do need to go like do other stuff. I'm sorry. I'll see you guys later. Have wonderful, wonderful nightmares. I will see you, and remember, watch my content. I know you're into it, honey, honey. I'm gonna make a video tomorrow. Be prepared for that. I'll see you guys later. Bye bye. Meow. Damn you, DE. Oh! I'm so sorry. I was recording something. I figured out why it was so loud. I had my audio maxed out. Oh, that is so... Oh, I'm so sorry about that. My audio was maxed out. Fuck. That is completely my bad. Anyway, I fixed it. Oh my god, I looked at my audio and everything. I didn't notice. Oh shit. Oh, I don't know if I might have to remove this video, this stream, because this stream actually is botched by the fact that it's so loud. That's completely my bad. I'm sorry. Anyway, see you guys later. Bye bye.